guys, Nighttiger Comics.
Tiger Comics.
Nighttiger Comics! Nighttiger Comics!
All right, you comic book junkies from around the world, around the web, here on YouTube, Instagram. This is Nighttiger coming at you raw and unedited. Just to share with you some of my pickups for the week. Went to Goodwill today. Did not find any comics, but picked up 2 movies. Picked up this one. I think I seen this one years ago, but it's got Harrison Ford. It's PG-13. It looks cool. Firewall. So got that. Always looking for some movies that me and the wife can share our Saturday, Friday nights. Having dinner, relaxing on the lazy boy. Pick this one up, man. I remember watching this as a kid. This movie was so good. As a kid, it really enthralled me. And I have not seen this since probably the early 80s. So I'm excited to sit back and watch this tomorrow. The Poseidon Adventure. If you don't know anything about this movie, see if you can find it. You will not be disappointed. It's got Gene Hackman. It's got an all-star cast. Ernest Borgnine, I believe, is in here, if I remember correctly. A great movie. So the premise is the ship turns over and they travel up to the hull to try to get out, to be saved. Really good movie. So those were the 2 movies I got. Excuse me for the way I talk. I always have to say this because I'm self-aware of it. I'm having bone grafting done in my mouth. And it's just a pain in the you-know-what. So this is not something I picked up. These next 2 I just wanted to share. I bring a box of comics with me on the road. Try to read as many as much as I can. But at the end of the day, when I pull over after having dinner and kick back, pull out a comic or 2, I can barely make it through a comic without falling asleep. But I read this. I picked up 100 of these Disney comics from the flea market for $20. Every time I read one of these old Disneys, I start laughing out loud. That tells me that this is a great comic. It's written really well. These are so fun. If you find these, don't pass them up. Even if they're beat up, pick them up for $1 or less, and you will enjoy yourself. I'm telling you. So that's Uncle Scrooge. I think this is 1957. No, I'm sorry, 1962, number 39. And the next one is... So I only had a chance to read 2 comics this week. I'm telling you, I fall asleep right away. Walt Disney's Duck album. This is from 1956. 4-color, number 686. So I just wanted to share those with you. That's what I read this week. All right. So I'm going to pause this a sec. So I just want to say this book here, Black Panther Volume 5, I think it is. Number 1. First cover appearance of Shuri. I have this book and it was on my mind. I knew I had it. And I decided to check it out because I got it out of a dollar bin. I don't even know. Probably like 3 or 4 years ago. And I was shocked. That book is worth $70. I didn't know it was her first cover appearance. So, of course, I am definitely glad that I have that in my collection, that I picked that up. So that's a Delgado cover. I purchased this one for $12 when it came out. Now this book is skyrocketed, over $126 or something. Of course, we know this book in the background, first appearance of Null, full appearance, and that book. I bought it when it came out. I think I bought 2 or 3, and actually gave 2 away. And this book is shot up to like $150. It's amazing how this market is going today. So the next, I don't know, let me see, 6, 7, 8. The next 8 books are dollar books. So I went today on the hunt. And when I go to the bigger, let me show the first book. So when I go to the bigger shop, I love the guy, I love the owner, but he tends to overprice the key books quite a bit. So he has a tremendous big room full of bins. And you can always find good stuff for $1. If it's not marked, it's $1. So I just wanted to see, I go in there just to relax, relieve the stress, see what I can find for $1. Usually try to spend less than 15 bucks. I do look at the keys on the wall sometimes, and I actually contemplated buying a few, but he prices them as if they're 9/8 and then $5 or $10 more than the retail, what a 9/8 would go for. So I inspect the books, and I'll find little dings up here. One had a little stain on it. So I am not paying 5%, 10% over retail for a book that is not a 9/8. But these are next 8. This was $1. Batman #1, Gotham After Midnight. Beautiful Kelly Jones. Kelly Jones is well inspired by Bernie Wrightson. One of my favorite covers. I love the cover and interior run he did on the Nightfall series back in the early 90s. But this is a cool book. It says frightening up here. Down here it says beware the witching hour. So I have no idea what this is about. But I think it's a 5 or 6. It says there's a 12-issue series. So pretty cool. That's from 2008. Not bad for $1. It's a 9/8 copy. As Key Market Watch would say, it's a 9.8 candidate. Then I got this #1, The Batman Adventures, The Lost Years. I think this is a 6-issue run. This is from January 98. I have no idea what this is. Kind of excited to read this. I did get into the Batman animated adventures. My son, at the time that came out, was around 8 years old, and he was a Batman freak. I took my son to see Batman Returns when he was, I think, 6 months old. And he cried. He screamed halfway through the movie. I stood at the door watching through the crack while he screamed. But he loves that movie. He had all kinds of Batman paraphernalia growing up. Sleeping bags, tents, all the vehicles, all the action figures. He's 30 now, and he's texting me every day, messaging me on Facebook Messenger. Dad, look at the new action figure I got. He's getting all the action figures of all the Batman Returns characters because he works at home, so he's building them a toy shelf. And I think it's really cool. He's not into comics, but I'm glad that he is hooked into comic book characters, and then I helped to make it part of his life. So this is a Batman Adventures B, or second print, the free comic book day edition, as you can see, from June 2003. Nice Poison Ivy there in the cover. And what is next? So this one I think I paid $5 for this one. Batman Gotham Adventures #1. So I didn't have that one. Now I have it. And it's in really nice shape. I put it like a 9.6. Got all the characters. I said these were $1, but I think this one and one other one was $5. I got another copy of this, so anytime I find that for $1, I'm grabbing it. Beautiful Brian Boland cover. Oh, Catwoman never looked better. And Batman is kidnapping her. Kind of like a semi-bondage cover for you guys that like that kind of stuff. This is Batman Gotham Knights #8, October 2000. So yeah, this is my second copy. I'll definitely pick this book up when it's for $1. That is just, that's wall art right there. That is so beautiful. Brian Boland, man, he's just the master of the simple line and making everything crisp and very realistic. So I picked up a couple issues of these. This one's no big deal. First appearance of... Okay, so this is first appearance of Adriana Tomaz, and then she later becomes Isis, and then Black Adam's wife. So I think she'll be appearing, the character will be appearing in the Black Adam movie. So this is 52, week 3, from May 24th, 2006. This next one is first appearance of the Ghost Fox Killer It has another appearance in here of some kind of general. It was $1, was high grade, and some of these are pretty good stories. I mean, the only thing I don't like, this is the era where they cut the page count. So the stories are good, but they're so short. And this is from June 2006. And of course, in this run, you know, you have the first Batwoman, Katie Kane. And then this is the other book I paid $5 for. So this is the first full appearance of, let me look. Let me read it. Okay, so this is the second Isis. No. Yes. No. Yes. Okay, so yes, the second Isis, that was the cameo. This is the first full appearance. Sarah Shahari is confirmed to play her in the movie. This book is slowly creeping up. I think it wants to be something. It's definitely cool. I don't know if you guys, I'm an older guy. I grew up watching the live action Isis show. So then they got The Origin of Wonder Woman in here, also by Adam Hughes. I grew up watching the Shazam and Isis Hour in 1975, I think it was. And that was just so cool. I mean, you didn't have too many live action stuff on TV. I think at that time you had the Spider-Man show, and that was it, as far as superheroes go. All right, so where are we at? So this is a book that my LCS owner just gave to me. It's definitely mid to low grade. It has a tear right here that they were dog-eared. But it's a beautiful Michael Turner cover. I mean, Dawnstar just never looks so good. Boom. Oh my goodness, she looks so good. And this book, I had it when I was there a couple weeks ago. And then I don't know what happened. I lost it. And he found it for me, but then when I went back to get it, he couldn't locate it. So I finally got it. I mean, this book doesn't go for anything. You can get them off eBay in near mint condition with shipping for less than $10. But it was just the whole idea of the hunt, and I had found it, and man, I'm telling you, I've seen this, and I got 2 copies of number 10. But when I seen this one, I'm like, man, I gotta find that one for $1, and I got it for free. And I'm just saying, Dawnstar has always been the sexiest looking female character out of the Legion of Superheroes. And she just never looked so good there. I'm telling you right there, Power Girl's got nothing on her. So the next 2 books, like I said, I didn't say it. I had money. I wanted to pick up some keys, even if they were, you know, minor keys. I just wanted to find some keys, add a little prestige to the haul, to the collection, stuff that I would read. And I went to that one store, and like I said, I just wasn't going to buy nothing there. So I went to the next store to pick up that Justice League number 9. Looked on his wall. He had this for $15, so I grabbed it. And this is the Venom number 5? Number 7. And this is the partially colored PX New York Comic Con edition 2018. This is limited to 3,000 copies. So, and it's a near mint copy. It's probably like a 9.4-ish, maybe. It has some going on here. Nothing real bad, but it just has some creasing. So that one, I paid what he had on it. This next one, he had 30 on it. And so I said, he had 30 on this one, and 30 is the retail for $9.8. And I looked it over, and it's really between a 7.5 and an 8.0. So I asked him if he could do any better. So he cut the price in half. He said, since I was buying that one, he gave me this one for $15. First appearance of Venom in the Spider-Man animated series. And so that's pretty cool. And that's why I have the theme going on here in the background with Venom. I don't know who does this cover. I can't read that name. But I do have number 1, and I have a signature copy by him. So very cool. This is Spider-Man Adventures number 10. from 1995. Shows you. I don't know. You know, I'm not a big modern collector, so surprising that I have these many modern books in this collection here. So all the next books are Golden Age. So if you don't like Golden Age, you're free to leave. I bought a lot of 3 comics for $30. Don't tell me, I don't know why it was $11 in shipping. So it was $9 and $11 in shipping. No, it was $19.99 and $11 in shipping. So $31, somewhere like that. But one of the books, I couldn't believe it was in there. That book is well worth over $100 or more, probably more. So this book, I'm going to show it. Well, anyway, so let me get into it. So this is it's Magic Comics from David McKay Publishers. Since I'm showing those 3, I decided to show the rest of the ones that I have collected over the years. And then 3 of these, I'm sending them to Tom Ryan for an AOK because his dad is a big Blondie fan. And all these Magic Comics, the main feature is Blondie on the cover after number 24. So that's 103. And you see Dagwood there with Daisy. And this is from 1948. So that one's going to go in the AOK. This is one that came with those 3 right here. And not only does this, have Blondie, Dagwood, and whatever on the cover, but these have Mandrake the Magician inside. They have Lone Ranger, and they have other different series in here. So that's really cool. So that's this is 96, and that's from July 1947. And this is one of the 3 that came in that lot. This is number 58. And this is from 1944, May 1944. And then you got Baby Dumpling and Daisy on the cover. Mandrake again. Mandrake is such a cool. And then so that's going to the AOK. I think this one, so all 3 of those are going to Tom Ryan's dad right there. And then I got this one a while back, it's number 66, really nice copy. And this is from January 1945. And the next one is from, there's number 27. This is from October 1941. So we're getting to the early Golden Age with these. And I picked that one up for $10. You can find these relatively cheap every now and then on eBay because people don't think they're really worth anything. And this is number 25. So you finally got Blondie on the cover. And this is from 1941. And I think I got that for $10 last year on eBay. And so we're getting to from issue 8 to issue 24, Mandrake was on the cover. These Mandrake covers are extremely rare, and they can be very, very pricey. If someone knows what they have with this, they can get this book in this condition can probably go from $60 to $75 on the low end. Because this is I think I've seen one other issue of this in the last 5 years for sale anywhere on the internet. These are very scarce. This is number 22. This is from 1941. And then this is number 14. And this book can go anywhere from $150 to $200 in this condition. This is also, I think this is from 1940. Yep, 1940. So these are very rare. They're really scarce. They are just not out there. I don't know if collectors are holding on to them or what's going on, but you don't see these, and if you do, they're over $100. I mean, they're up to 200. So I was on an auction last week or week before last. 2 of these came up for auction, and I put 130 on one, and I got outbid immediately. Both copies went for over $200, which I knew they would. I mean, if people know they're there, collectors, they're going for them. But the week after that auction, this popped up with those 3 comics for $30. So this is number 21. So this one and this one, $30. That book is a $200 book right there. So you figure if you divide it by 3, it's a 10. I got it for $10. It's number 21 from 1941. And I don't think I've ever seen this cover for sale ever on the internet. So you can see, you can just hear how excited I am. I can't even talk. Yeah, I have never seen that for sale ever on any website. So to get that for $10 was, oh my goodness, I just couldn't believe it. And it's a gorgeous cover too. This character here, I forget his name. I think it's Henry. He's on issue 1 through 7 on the cover. And then on issue 8, they're on the cover together. And I think this is the second cover appearance with them together. So that's all the Magic comics that I have. Hopefully you stuck with me this far if you're into Golden Age. Then I found this book for $20. No, yeah, $20 ship. $15, $5 shipping. So, I knew it was something right away. I had that gut feeling from my research and my years of collecting. So I put it in my watch list. And then I quickly jumped around, searched it, saw what other ones for sale. People were asking, what were they asking? Like $50, $80, $90 for this book. So I said, okay, so for $15 and $5 shipping, that's definitely a no-brainer. So I got this book. I grabbed it. This is probably like a 3.5 copy. And then I did research when I got the book because I like to put the information on the back. So there's 2 copies of this. There's 2 printings of this, and they're almost identical. The only difference is inside in the indicia, this one says Stir Ashburg Publishing, and the other one says Colifin Publishing. And that's the only way you can tell the 2 apart. Otherwise, they're identical. So this is the first printing. This is from 1945. Number 2, and it doesn't show there's a number 1 anywhere. And then the other one's from 1950. So happy that I got the first printing on this book. It's a pretty cool looking cover. Pretty cool title. Pretty obscure Golden Age. I like finding stuff like that. All right, so we got 2 books left. Winding it down. We got A Witch's Tales. This is my first copy in this series to own. The dude had this for $35. Put it on my watch list, and he put out a buy it now offer to everybody on the watch list for $25, and I just jumped all over that. It's either that or I offered him $25. I think I offered him the $25, and he took it. I was shocked. Usually people don't let these go for less than $50 in low grade, so happy to get that nice horror title. I think it's 1954. Yep, October 54, number 27. He's burying the guy alive. So that's pretty cool. Skull up here, everything. So nice little book to have cheap in your Golden Age collection. So last but not least, if I hadn't said it, last but not least, sorry for bumping that, is Detective Comics, number 96, from 1945, February. I paid, now, I think I paid right around what this book is worth. This is a 4.5 in the way that I graded it. I paid $200 on it. They had $250. I offered them $200. And once I secured that sale, I decided to jump around on eBay and just see what this book is going for. Well, there was an auction going on, 3 days to be finished, and I put in $100, figuring I would definitely get outbid. I did not, so I won a 3.5 copy for $100. And you can see it's a little bit more tore up on the cover. But this is, and I read this, this is just so cool. This is a great era of Batman. It has an Alfred detective story in the beginning. The art is very cool. The writing is top-notch. But not only that, it has a Slam Bradley story, which I did research on that character about a month ago. Never had anything with the story of him in there, but he is a creation by Siegel and Schuster that they actually created before Superman. And he appeared in Detective Comics in 1937, I believe. Then in here you got Boy Commandos, very cool, Simon and Kirby creation, but I don't think they had anything to do with the story in this one. Then you had Airwave. Airwave is a cool character. If you don't know who Airwave is, he has some backup features in Adventure Comics in the 80s. But this character here, the original, was so much different than the one that I read in the 80s. He had the same costume, but his powers were much different. But it's very cool Golden Age character. This issue is just so cool. I'm happy to have two. I wish I would have got 95 or 97. But hey, to have two issues and know that they're really good, I'm happy with that. So there's those two right there. That's my haul. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button. If you aren't subscribed, go ahead and do that. And you know what? Leave me a comment. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. Tell me if you think I paid too much or if I got great deals. Just share your thoughts with me about the video, and I'll always definitely respond back. And I just want to say I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you always watching the video, supporting the channel. I don't know if it bugs you that I'm talking like this right now, because it bugs me, but it is what it is, and that's just part of getting old. I know we're all getting old. But yeah, so, and I just want to give a shout out to Chunky Monkey Comics. So I binge watched his videos today. Really cool guy. Picks up some great stuff that I love. Silver Age, Golden Age, right up my alley. And just to let you know, guys, I'm watching your videos. There's so many on my watch list that I pick at least one or two, and binge watch a week. So I hope if I haven't got to yours, shoot me a message and say, hey, I got some videos out. Would you care to look at them? And I'll be there. I'll like them. I'll comment. I'll watch. So yeah, so Nighttiger here. You guys have a great holiday. If I don't get anything out before then, because I probably won't, because everything's so hectic now up to Thanksgiving. So I just like I said, have a great Thanksgiving. Be thankful for everything you have, for the blessing you have. I know there's bad stuff going on right now in the country, but what I'm asking you guys do is just get down on your knees and pray to the Lord. Ask the Lord to lead our president through this quagmire and to help the country be able to overcome the corruption. That should be in your prayers. I'm asking you if you could pray about that. So anyways, this is Nighttiger. Y'all be good.